Hello everyone. Today's topic of discussion is nostoc. Let us see what are all the content we are going to deal today, and we will start with the introductory part and we will see the thallus structure and the structure of nostoc. At last we will study the reproduction and importance of cyanobacteria. Nostoc belongs to the group Cyanophyta and kingdom Monera, class Cyanophyceae, order Nostocales, family Nostaceae, genus Nostoc. It is a blue-green algae. Nostoc is common as terrestrial and subaerial cyanobacteria. It is widely distributed in alkaline soil, moist rock, water pond, streams and lake, etc. Nostoc colony forms a jelly-like mass. Many filaments are embedded in this mass. The individual filament is called trichome. Trichome is unbranched and it appears bead-like structure. Now let us see the thallus structure of nostoc. The body of the nostoc is called thallus. It is simple body and consists of many thread-like structure called filament. Each filament is composed of many round cells which are arranged in a chain-like manner or in the beaded form. All the cells are similar in size. The whole filament is covered by the gelatinous sheet. In this figure, you can see the portion of the filament which is seen under the microscope. The right side we can see a single filament with a trichome. Now let us see what is the function of heterocyst. In the filament, some cells are large in size and thick wall called heterocyst. These cells perform two functions. One is reproduction, the other one is nitrogen fixation. In nitrogen fixation, nitrogen is converted into simpler nitrogenous compound which are used by the plants. In the picture, you can see the secondary molecules which will give rise to a protein that will diffuse from the vegetative cells by the intercellular space to the heterocyst. Trichomes. Trichomes are the unbranched and appear beaded. Individual cells are mostly spherical but sometimes barrel shaped or cylindrical. All cells in trichomes are mostly similar in structure, but at intervals are found slightly large, rounded, light yellow, thick wall cells called heterocyst. Trichomes mostly break near heterocyst and form harmogonia and thus help in fragmentation. Next we will see the structure of a cell of a nostoc. Each cell of nostoc is rounded in shape. It is covered by an outer cell wall. The protoplasm of the cell consists of two parts. The first one is chromoplast. It is the outer color part along the cell wall which contains the blue-green pigment called phycocyanin. It also prepares food material due to the presence of chlorophyll pigment. The second part of the protoplast is the centroplasm or the central body. It is the inner colorless part of the cell which contains stored granules. It also acts as a nucleus. The cell does not contain a true nucleus, so the central body performs the function of the nucleus. It has no nuclear membrane or nucleolus, so it is also called as incipient nucleolus or nucleus or incomplete nucleus. Now let us see how reproduction in nostocs takes place. Sexual reproduction is absent in nostoc. In nostoc, the reproduction takes place by the following method. The first one is by harmogonia or by fragmentation method. Harmogonia are formed by fragmentation. The filament breaks at different points and each broken filament is called as harmogonia. The filaments break due to decay and death of ordinary cells. Heterocysts may form the breaking point. Each harmogonium grow into a few filaments by repeated cell division. The second asexual type is by arthrospores or by akineate formation. It takes place during the unfavorable condition. Some cells of the filament become enlarged and they are converted by a thick wall, that is covered by a thick wall. They are called as akineates or arthrospores or resting spores because it takes place during the unfavorable condition. They also store food materials. They germinate during favorable condition into a new filament. The third type of reproduction is by heterocyst. At the time of reproduction, the heterocysts are separated from the nostoc filament. These heterocysts are changed into a normal reproductive cells. By the process of cell division, it is converted into a new cell. This picture shows the diagrammatic representation of asexual reproduction through fragmentation, akinase formation and by heterocyst. We have come to the last slide, and here we will be talking about the importance of cyanobacteria. First, we will talk about nutrition in nostoc. Nostoc contains chlorophyll, so it can manufacture its own food. That is, it is a autotroph in nature. Cyanobacteria, that is the blue-green algae, use carbon dioxide and release oxygen during photosynthesis. So, environment becomes fresh and it is used by the aquatic animals. They take part in the nitrogen fixation. Thank you. In the next class, we will discuss about the structure, reproduction of sargassum. Thank you. In the next video, we will be studying about the structure and reproduction of sargassum.
Want to know more about these topics? Please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe our channel.